It's finally the summer, and one thing I want to be doing less and less of, especially when the weather is great, is cleaning. However, if you're in a space like your kitchen and you encounter a cleaning challenge that you just can't figure out, that little annoying cleaning task is going to eat up a lot of your time. So in this video, I'm going to help you get outside and enjoy your summer a little more. I'm going to walk you through 6 of the most annoying cleaning challenges in your kitchen. We're going pretty local today. I'm going to show you how to fix them. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Remember to turn on that notification bell as well so you can always find out when our latest video is up. And give this video a thumbs up if you are happy that it's the summer. Just about every friend, colleague, and family member that I have at some point will call or text me to ask a cleaning question. And the guy standing behind the camera, Lucas, he's been working with us for a long time. When he moved into his new condo, he encountered dark, like black-brown kitchen cabinets, and they were shiny. And of course, they had grease splatters all over them. Now this is a really annoying cleaning challenge because if you're looking head on, maybe you won't see those grease splatters, but as soon as that light hits the cupboards and you look at any other angle, you will see them all over the place. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. Now, he told me he had tried everything, all of our DIY recipes, a whole bunch of store-bought products. He didn't want to scratch the cupboard fronts, but those grease splatters just were not going away. I had the fix for him, and it was as simple as using an enzyme cleaner. Now, you've probably heard me talk about enzyme cleaners before. The reason I love them and why they work in a situation like this is because an enzyme cleaner is designed specifically to attack grease by digesting the grease on the surface. So the important thing with enzyme cleaners is that you apply them and you let them sit. It has to be wet on the surface for about 5, maybe even 10 minutes. You might want to respray a couple of times. But by the time he wiped down those cupboards, it wasn't the counters, the cupboards, after that initial treatment, the splatter marks were gone. Anytime I see those hard water stains and buildup, at first it's sort of repulsive to look at. It doesn't really affect the working function of your kitchen. It's just unsightly more than anything else. You can also see it around the rest of your faucet on your counter, where the sink, where the faucet handle is, that kind of thing. It's such an easy fix though, and here's all you need: full strength vinegar. What you want to do for the faucet is just fill a zipper lock bag with some of that vinegar, affix it to the faucet top with an elastic band, let it sit overnight. That is literally all you have to do the next morning. Remove that bag, give it a rinse, it's done. I didn't have to scrub or anything. Although if you have something stubborn, you can certainly give it a little bit of a scrub. And for any area around the faucet that has a bit of that crusty water buildup, you can do the exact same thing with a paper towel. Just dip it into that vinegar, apply it to the surface, let it sit overnight. In the morning, just take the cloth, give it a little bit of a wipe down, and you'll see all of that hard water buildup just completely comes off. Kitchen counters are by far one of the most annoying things to clean in a kitchen because you always have to be cleaning them. They're like daily in the cleaning rotation. But if you're using vinegar on these surfaces over time, you can actually damage and cause some real harm to your natural stone surfaces. In fact, I've seen where spray bottles of vinegar are left on natural stone surfaces and you can see the ring from the bottom of the spray bottle permanently etched into the counter. You have to be so careful with what you use on these natural stone countertops. So what I recommend is using a specialty natural stone cleaner. And that way, you know, whatever stains that you have or messes that you have on your counter, you can quickly treat the surface with the appropriate cleaning product. Give it a good wipe down, obviously using a good quality microfiber cloth, and you'll see that your countertops are clean, they're easy to maintain, and they're not damaged. One of the most major pain points, at least in my kitchen, is the inside of the oven. You see, for whatever reason, and I'm not a bad cook, but things just end up on the bottom of that oven, and sometimes they can hang out there for a while, and then you turn the oven on to heat it again, and then smoke starts to billow out of your oven, and you get that like not good smoky flavor and smell coming from the oven. It's that burned, carbonized grease smell that nobody likes. There are a couple of quick fixes for this. First of all, if you are somebody who continually has bubble over issues, this guy right over here, you might want to consider using something called an oven liner. Now this is something you can pick up online. I can link one for you down below. And it's a simple fix. You pop it on the bottom of a clean oven floor. You just leave it there, and then any drips fall onto that. It's very easy to clean, so you can just remove it, give it a rinse, and place it right back in. The second thing to keep in mind is to keep those oven racks clean, because things can drip onto those as well. And those too can trap little bits of carbonized grease. When that heats up, it can let off that smoky, gross smell and flavor that nobody likes. The best way to do this is to clean it in your bathtub, and we have an entire video on how to do this. I will link that down below for you as well. I'll never forget the first time I encountered this at a client's home years and years ago. I was stumped. I had no idea what to do with it. And it was that thick, greasy, sticky, dusty layer that forms above and around the oven. It comes from frying food. So when you fry food or use oil at high temperatures on your stove, that oil can start dispersing. It lands on different areas above and around your oven, and it can be nearly impossible to clean because over time it builds up, it becomes thick and sticky, and it attracts dust. So it almost becomes like a wet, sticky cement. It is so hard to clean. And when you use a cloth or a sponge or something like that, it starts to cling on to little fibers, so it darkens. It is such a disaster, and it truly is one of the biggest cleaning challenges in a kitchen. I have a really simple, straightforward fix for you on this though, so don't worry. First thing you want to do is glove up, because we're going to be using some really hot water here. The next thing you need is some dish soap, because that is going to cut through grease. And finally, you're going to use a good quality microfiber cloth. Now I know what you're thinking. I tell you all the time not to use too much heat with your microfiber cloths. However, using hot water, the cloth can generally withstand that for a short period of time. So you're gonna glove up, put a little bit of water on your cloth, and then you're gonna put some dish soap on your cloth as well, and you're gonna start wiping down that greasy surface. The heat from the water, as well as that grease-cutting dish soap, will help to break down that thick grease. Now, let's say for whatever reason that isn't working, and frankly, most of the time it should, you can apply a thin coating of mineral oil with a paper towel over top of any of those greasy surfaces. And you'll let that sit for a few minutes and then wipe it away with another piece of paper towel. When that's done, you're gonna have an oily surface. So then you'll wanna use that microfiber hot water dish soap method to get rid of the remaining oily residue. But I know it sounds counterintuitive fighting oil with oil. It really does work. This video was sponsored by our friends at Jaws, the Just Add Water system. Their concentrated cleaners are packaged in small, convenient refill pods, so you just buy new refill pods when you run out of cleaner and keep reusing the bottle. They offer 5 non-toxic, eco-friendly cleaners, including the granite cleaner I used in this video. We've worked with Jaws before, and so many of you thanked us because we introduced you to this cool new product. So if you want to learn more about Jaws, you can visit jawscleans.com. So now that I've put a little bit more time back in your pocket, I have a question for you, which is this week's comment question. And that is, if you dropped something in the kitchen sink, a piece of food, now, knowing what you know about how dirty and disgusting a kitchen sink is, would you eat it? Does the 5-second rule still apply? If something falls in the dirtiest part of your home, would you eat it or not? Let me know in the comments down below. I can assure you, not eating any food out of the sink. Chad, on the other hand, he'd probably eat a meal. If it was served in the sink, he'd probably eat it. So I'd love to know your answer in the comments down below. If you want to see what we're up to during the rest of the week, you can find us on Instagram. I'm at Melissa Maker. Chad is at the Chad Reynolds. The two of us are at Clean My Space. If you love the Clean My Space channel and you'd like to support us, a great way to do that is to just watch another video after this one. And here are a couple that I think you might love. If you want to learn more about Maker's Clean microfiber cloths, you can click this button right over here. There is a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.